Hello, still we're working on compound interest. So if you remember the previous video, we've been calculating the value of the compound interest when it's compounded semi-annually, monthly, weekly, and blah blah. And that time I told you something that whenever the time is getting smaller and smaller, the value is going to be what? Almost equal. You'll come to a fixed value. Okay, this is the note. We work with smaller and smaller time periods until the numbers settle down to a fixed value. However, it turns out that there is a special formula that can be used to compute this directly. So whenever I'm telling you that it's compounded continuously, you're supposed to use S equals to PE to the power of RT over 100. So S is for the value, P is for the principal, E is for, it's like ln log, the logarithms, you find it on your calculator. R is for the rate and T is for the time. Here T is representing time in years over 100. Okay, let's take the same example, which is S equals to what? Your rate is 12%, the time is 1 year, the principal is $10. So S equals to 10 times e to the power of, my rate is 12 and the time is just 1 divided by 100. 10 e to the power of 12 over 100, which is 0.12. Just use your calculator first to find e to the power of 0.12, then multiply your answer by 10. And I found my answer 11.274. So if you remember what was our answer weekly, it was almost 11.27 something. So it's getting almost to a fixed value, which is 11.27. Alright, let's take another example. Of course, don't forget this formula. It's only for the interest when it's compounded continuously. Okay, the other example is saying a principal of $2,000 is invested at 10% interest compounded continuously. After how many days will the investment exceed $2,100? Again, we're using the same formula because it's compounded continuously. Plug in the numbers. Our value is 2,100. The principal is 2,000. The rate is 10%. I don't know the time because it's asking you after how many days. So take the time as t divided by 100. So 10 divided by 100 will give you 0.1 times t. Here again we want to isolate the t, so get rid of the 2000 by dividing both sides by 2000. You'll find 1.05 equals to e to the power of 0.1t. Now how can you get the value for t? Okay, put ln and ln here on both sides. If you put ln to the power of e, this will give you like 1 to be cancelled. So you'll be left with 0.1t equals to what? Ln of 1.05. So first just find what is ln of 1.05, then divide it by 0.1 by 0.1. So you'll find the value of t equals to what? As I told you, ln of 1.05, you can find it on the calculator. Divide your answer by 0.1 then. So the time is here 0.488. So as as I told you before, this time is expressed in what? In terms of year, because here the t is all the time representing a year. But the question is saying how many days. So to find the days, take the year and take this year, which is 0.488, and multiply it by the number of days in a year, which is 365, and you'll get 178.1. Again here you have to round this one to the next day, which is 179th day. Why do I round it to 179 and not 178? Because I wanted to exceed 2100. So at 178.1 it will be 2100. It will equal to 2100. So if I wanted to exceed, I have to go to the next day, which is 179th day. So I hope that you understood the example. I'll give you like a couple of questions that I want you to try by yourself. These are the 3 questions. Please try them. Then if you have any question, you can come back to me and ask me anytime. Okay.